What's up? What's up, man? What's happening?
Hello.
Everybody went quiet this bitch.
Man, quick than the motherfucker, though.
What the nigga say? Testicles, 1, 2. Testicles, 1, 2.
Shit, Weezy ease it back, man.
Yes, sir.
It's your main Fontaine. Corner pointed DA.
Okay, I caught it that quick. It took me a second. Go ahead, keep going.
Corner
going.
pointed. We got Mecca the Feelings record and Dr. Phil to make you feel better after this nigga done wrecked your feelings.
Wow, wow, wow.
Let me just say this before we get started.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm
Go
saying
ahead. Go ahead. Let me be quiet.
this motherfucker right here, man. As I was saying, before we get started, for all of y'all that ride motorcycles, let me explain something to you. I did a whole lot of shit today, and I'm gonna say this
God.
because
This nigga.
if you ride a bike, do understand before you hop on that motherfucker, give all praises to the man up above.
Oh, okay,
Because guess what?
Okay, I thought you was gonna go a whole nother route. I was gonna say, let me get my violin for this dude.
Because if I hadn't, I wouldn't be sitting right here in this motherfucking chair today. You know why? Phil, on the other hand, he wasn't there, so we can't testify.
Yeah, but I can only pray for you.
Man.
No, I'm glad everything went smooth though.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Thanks to my fat ass club brother Rigo.
Damn, not Rigo.
Oh, wait a minute, is he calling me now?
Huh? Who's that?
Yes, sir.
Why you this nigga on the phone?
He just went live.
They can't hear nothing.
I can hear it.
Yeah, they can hear us.
They can hear it now, bro.
Somebody said they can hear it.
Yeah, they can hear it.
Doreen said, "Yeah, we can hear you."
We said, yes, we can.
Okay, we're on, dog. Got you.
Tell that nigga to turn the volume up.
He said,
it's called hit the
turn
volume
the
up.
volume up, player.
It's called it's called turning the volume button up.
He said he's trying to hear the music, homie.
Oh, well.
See,
Tell them you gotta. They always gotta understand. Y'all 30 seconds behind
Yeah,
us.
Rigo.
30 seconds behind, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, Rico got the cumbias in the background. The reggaeton. Tell him to turn it down. Tell him to turn it down.
He said, turn it down, player.
Okay. Back to the subject at hand. Question of the day.
Uh-huh.
Should MCs and maybe social clubs, but for sure MCs, keep their ear to the street?
Yes, they should.
I agree 100%.
Yes, they should.
Safety reasons. So, say for example, somebody bike night. Your club happen to be in a gang related area, which most of them are. Two gangs are at war. Shouldn't you know? You never know. That gang that's in that neighborhood can come to your club. Rival gang can be passing by, see it, there they go. You know, I think it's critical that we keep our ears to the street because of safety reasons primarily, but you still need to be in the know-how. You need to know what's going on, you know. So even if you ride long distance, whatever it is, you should always have some form of communications, you know. My opinion, of course, from the 99%er that's 100% in. Oh shit!
But from a street mentality, yes, you should keep your ears to the motherfucking street
I agree.
because one never knows. And if one of your club brothers are telling you, hey, this is a situation that I've heard, then you need to bring it to the body. Because if something was to happen and you were not aware of the situation, that could be harmful for you and your brothers.
Yeah.
So from where I stand, hell yeah, you need to keep your ears to the street, whether it's from this club, that set, or that entity. You need to keep your shit to the ears. That's my take on it. Because situations happens and you're not aware of it, who it falls on? It falls on you, the club, or the person. Well, shit, I knew about it. Why didn't you say something?
Especially a sergeant at arms.
Well, I was going to, but I wasn't for sure if it was irrelevant to what the situation is.
Yeah.
Right. Well.
Uh huh.
What do you say, Mr. DA?
Damn, mind your business. Mind your motherfucking business. I'll play it. I say yeah. And you know me, I'm a pessimist at heart, so I say it all the time. But I say yeah because sometimes you'll have, and besides the hood shit, right? When it comes to like the MC side of the game, sometimes you'll have clubs or organizations that are friends or acquaintances with opposing organizations.
For sure.
Okay.
For sure.
And so the game is you want to keep all the funk down and keep everybody safe, even including your own members and guests and other clubs. So when it comes to that, it's like when you have certain functions, sometimes you need to not invite certain individuals on both sides of the fence.
Correct.
Okay, and it keeps down a lot of the bullshit.
Non-hostile environment.
Yeah, all the time. Because for one, like I said, you want to make sure all your guests, your own members, are cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So to invite a match and a can of gasoline to the same party,
Man.
it's never a good thing.
Boom! Explosion.
Yeah, it's never a good thing. So, and it's not for you to be in everybody's business to know like the details of why certain people, individuals, clubs, whatever, are really into it, especially if it's not your organization getting into it.
True.
But just to know that there is some type of friction there is, you know what I mean, a pretty good safety measure to keep, a nigga getting hit with a stray bullet or a stray bottle.
Man.
Either or.
Yeah.
But like you just said though, it's the safety aspect of it.
All day.
You don't want to invite one entity and then another entity comes into play and then shit goes sideways. If you're not knowing the politics of it, how does that work for you? What do you do then?
Yeah, better sit down and do some homework. Huh? Fuck.
Yeah, because it's critical, and it's like with anything else. As men, we're protectors. Period. You can't protect if you don't know what's going on.
True.
You're blindsided, and you do have some MCs that's like la 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 la. And they just floating.
Blind to the fact.
And the whole club can't be that way. You have to have at least 2 or 3 people that's, just knowing that these two are at it right now, or just knowing that. I mean, it may not even have to be per se 2 clubs or the gangs. It could be police had a shootout with somebody and they own one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It could be any of that.
That's what I'm saying.
And or just in the wrong place. Like Kern County. Shit. They got 250 years, man. Shit. So, you need to be in the know-how. So I think that it's every member's responsibility to keep your ear to the streets and know as much as possible. Like I said, not the details. You don't want to end up on somebody's list of witness or something, you know. But
Yeah.
knowing enough to say, hey, man, it's kind of sticky over there. I don't know if we should go over there
Right.
or be on high alert when we get there, you
Mhm.
know. That's critical. And again, especially the family clubs, because a lot of them, it's just a hobby. And we just out here,
Yeah.
especially, and I know we said MCs, but SCs too.
Yeah.
They fuck with so many different dudes from so many different places that 9 times out of 10, they're going to get the information before we do.
And I was just going to say that.
But then again, you guys ask yourself though, this is that person reputable?
Well, here's what I'm saying. For example, the details I'm not concerned about.
Mhm.
Joe Blow and Susie Q is at it.
Right.
That's good enough for me.
Right.
And then I can make some calls and be like, hey, man, is these two people into it? Have you heard anything? Oh, yeah, they, or nah, I ain't heard that. That ain't true. You still got to do a little bit of investigation with your folks.
As you should.
Yeah.
As you
Because you
should.
want accurate information.
Yeah, and that's just where I'm getting at it, because my thing is, can't someone come to me and say, hey, this is what I heard. This is what I know. But then again, it's like, really? Who'd you hear from? Who told you this information?
Right.
And if you are, and in my mind, if you are not a reputable person to be able to facilitate and tell me something that I need to know, then it's like you're just barking up the wrong tree for no reason, just to throw some shit out there and say, hey.
You get a lot of those, though.
That's what I don't want.
Yeah, you get a lot of those who want to just run their mouth because they want to make the masses and those in their circle seem like they're in the know, like they just know so much, or they're that knowledgeable or whatever. And a lot of times they don't know shit.
Don't know
they
shit.
Probably heard a little piece of something, and now I want to run with it. But there are some that do know the game and whatnot. And like I said before, it's not for everyone to know the details per se.
Right.
But it's just to know that, again, if I put these two together, it's going to be a fucking powder keg. There is no getting around it.
Yeah.
And even if it's not, why put yourself in that predicament just in case it busts off?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's kind of where I'm getting at. Like, so.
Man.
That's the part about needing to keep your ear to the street. And at the same time, like, I know this is kind of getting off track, but sometimes you need to know, like, your alliances. And when it comes to newer clubs, the newer clubs need to know who kind of gave you breath.
Yeah.
Whether you want to call it breath, a blessing, a piggyback, okayed you to be around. I don't know, whatever terminology you want to put on it. Because some people say, oh, we wasn't blessed. Oh, whatever you want to call it, my boy. Whatever bigger light or bigger structure kind of helped facilitate your existence in this game, sometimes it's in the rights to, not what I want to say, not really the rights, but it's kind of a good thing to pay homage to them.
Absolutely.
I'm not saying kiss their ass. I'm not saying pay their bills. I'm not saying none of that. But just a, hey, how you doing when you see him type scenario. Because it doesn't always happen. And I think that sometimes will keep your ear to the streets, because when you're friends with, you know what I mean, your networking and communication kind of broadens. More people want to share info with you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Whether it be good or bad. And it's up to you to kind of siphon through what's usable and what ain't.
Yeah.
You know? But for the most part, most clubs need to keep your funky ear to the street.
I just agree. I mean, just safety reasons, man. I mean, because some people do things and there's an issue and they go on as if there is no issue, and then other people come out, like somebody told me, and I think it was you, when we was having our annual a couple of years back. You are responsible for everybody at your annual.
All day.
You know what I mean? And if you don't know what's going on, how can you protect your situation? You can't. And it sounds like a big task, but it's actually just the basic rules of the set, the basics, you know. And when people don't keep their ear to the street, that's how you get issues that occur behind the scenes, you know, as well as in front where everybody can see. And you wonder why two people come in here and it's a open brawl or something worse because somebody didn't get the information. And I think that it's also each MC's job to have a reliable person they can go to say, hey, man, this is what I'm hearing. Is this true? Right. You know, when people come to you, yeah, you know, so-and-so, whoop, they into it. Right. Bro, you wasn't there. Well, I heard. Right. Change it up because now you spreading a rumor. You don't know what it really is, right. You know? And you can say it to the wrong person and find yourself in a noose. You know what I mean? So right. It's critical to get out there and meet people that have reliable resources and sources.
I was going to say that because just like you know who the reliable sources are, at the same time, you're going to know who's full of shit.
Yeah.
So the ones who's always talking and once, you know, so many people tell you, oh, that motherfucker full of shit.
But they want to be in the now.
You would know.
Yeah.
Like, I need to take what they say with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
I can't just accept everything that this motherfucker tells me.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Those are ones that you have to be weary of and be like, what are you talking about?
Right.
Once again, who did you get this information from? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Was he sharing it with you when he was busting a nut? You know what I'm saying? All that matters, bro. It's funny as fuck, but all that shit matters. You know what I'm saying?
Did he share that info while he was busting?
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying because dudes will say whatever. Like I had to call you about some stuff. You know what I mean? And once he broke it down to me, like, nah, man, you know that, no.
Yeah.
You know, you have a lot of puffer fish out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But, you know, like I told you, though, when it comes to that, like you said, it's a puffer fish. Maybe he wasn't busting that. He may be trying to bust a nut.
Yeah, that part too.
So it's like I have to make myself sound more fascinating. I have to make it sound more intriguing to what I'm saying.
In the know-how.
Like I'm in the mix of this shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When in reality, you don't need to know nothing that I'm talking about.
Nothing, my guy.
You know?
Once again,
you know?
that's to me, that falls on the same lines as a motherfucker out here pillow talking.
That's what it is. But instead of being on the pillow, like well, you can still be pillow talking. You just on your own bed. And is it not pillow talking?
Right.
I mean, I'm still on the.
You might be on the couch though. You know what I'm saying?
Well, shit.
It's
you
couch
got pillows
talk.
on the couch though. Look at your couch. You got pillows.
Point proven.
So, yeah, you know, shit happens. I'm gonna call it cozy talking.
Okay,
cozy talking.
Because the bottom line is like you said, damn, are you busting a nut just to get that shit across?
Right.
But then
Trying to bust a nut.
Well, my bad. You're trying to bust a nut to get that shit across. So guess what? 9 times out of 10, the person you're trying to bust a nut to, she goes to the homegirl. Guess what I heard?
Yeah, that's gonna. Of course, it's gonna happen.
That's
because
all I'm saying.
Everybody wants to feel like they're in the know of the business.
Of course.
Right? And it's always, Garrow, guess what I heard, woo, whatever. Whether it's about club business, whether it's about an individual, doesn't matter. You're always going to find them individuals.
I agree.
And that's why I say some stuff you need to take with a grain of salt. But a lot of stuff, you know what I mean? Like what they say, if there's smoke, there's fire.
Pretty much.
Okay, so that's why I'm like on that type of scenario. And when I say ear to the street, of course, you know, I'm talking about the beefs and the things like that.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Things that
not who's fucking who. Yeah.
I'm not worried about who's sucking who dick, who fucking.
Yeah.
It's just not my business.
Right.
Especially if I'm not in the triangle. Look,
I don't give a fuck.
Man.
I'm talking about the beefing side.
That's your problem, not mine.
Yeah, because them same individuals that want to act like they know so much about beefs and fights and things like that will be the same ones that try to act like I know who fucking who and things like that. But again, you'll know that that's a full of shit nigga because or female because there's no way in hell that you know everything.
Yeah.
I don't care what you say.
And that just means that you out there doing what you shouldn't be doing.
Or
Because
it's not even what you're doing, what you're supposed to be, or not doing what you're supposed to. It's the fact that you don't know that much. So what you're doing is you also fantasizing with these other mouthy motherfuckers who think they know it all. You know what I mean? So we are all fantasizing together.
Right.
And we
right.
know
Right.
all the set business.
It was
That's where it comes in.
so funny because when I called him last week and I was like, "Hey, man, you know, I need to know some protocols and you know whatnots, you know." And
Fuck them niggas. No.
and so he was just like, when what he said makes so much sense because I was able to picture the person
uh-huh.
and he hit it right on the head.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it was like when I did my homework, the other entity was like, "Y'all good."
Right. Right.
As a matter of fact, we're gonna send some of our members to make sure y'all good. You see
Oh,
what I'm saying?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So I was like, okay. But again, you know, just want to be as I'm important.
But that's what it was. It was the other individual.
Mm-hmm.
We know who we talk about.
Right.
Was just trying to fantasize on some shit.
Yeah.
And trying to make it seem like you are such a, I don't want to say biker enthusiast, but like a thug and just really into this biking politics shit.
Yeah.
Like you think you know so much. And some stuff, like I tell people a lot of times, some people try to make some of this biking shit rocket science. And it's not. It's real Flintstone, it's real bedrock and cavemanish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's when you try to add extras like into your feelings and things like that, and maybe that's what he was because he was trying to feel some ass in the future. I don't know, but you fantasize this story to make it seem like you're more in the know, and you're talking about two entities or two organizations you're not even a part of.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're not even a part of, and that's why I sat and told you, like, if the one dude or the couple of dudes who are in the organization sit and tell you, look, bro, this is what it is, da-da-da.
Yeah.
Fuck what this nigga talking over here.
Right. Right.
He just talking shit to the female because he want to make it seem like he knows something. And you
want to
really
make
don't.
himself important. Yeah.
You don't.
Yeah.
You don't. That's why they sat up there and said, look, we're going to send some dudes your way to make sure everything's on the up and up. You know what I mean? Because even them cats don't want their name fucking smutted out by nobody, especially not nobody that's not in their club.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And had they heard it and known where it was coming from, I promise you, they probably would have been, hey, we heard you niggas was talking shit.
Yeah. 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 Make it a real
so,
issue.
Yeah. And all because you want to play tough. And then when you got pressed with it, of course you would have denied it.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
you
And that's probably why it
That's not
it
what I
didn't
said.
come directly to me. It went through another gender.
Yeah, you'd have been, that's not what I said.
You know, make sure your information is accurate. And just because somebody says it and you like them or you respect them doesn't mean it's accurate, you know.
No, but it again, like I said, sometimes you got to take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Because clearly, if it's in the air, it's got to be something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It may not be as extreme as you want it to be, and it may not be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
As light as you thought it should have been.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I mean? But my thing is, why put yourself in a predicament either way?
Either way. Be safe rather than sorry.
That's it, and that's all. It's too late.
Yeah.
Too late, Jefferson. He gonna have you in there like Minister Society. You know you done fucked up, though.
Absolutely.
You know you done fucked up. So you bought the beer at 10. No.
It's keeping your ears and your eyeballs to what's going on around your surroundings.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
you guys, you both you guys said it straight. You know what I mean? It's about keeping your people safe.
Absolutely.
Now, if you're going to invite all the masses, okay, well then guess what? There's certain people you should not invite.
Absolutely. We had that conversation.
Yeah.
2 years ago when a particular
You should not
club
invite.
wanted to come to our event. Hey,
Right.
man, is it?
No,
No,
it's not.
Say less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The invitation is rescinded.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because it might have been all right for us, but it wouldn't have been a good look. You know
Not
what I'm
at
saying?
all.
So
Not at all.
no, we're not doing that. You know, and again, for those of you that's giving the information, give it accurate.
You know, it's like one of my OGs used to tell me, yeah, I mean, I'm going to tell you some things. He said, some stuff you're going to use, some stuff you're not.
Mm-hmm.
He said, it's up to you to decide. And so that's just how it's supposed to be. Even with this shit, you know what I mean? What we say on here, it's
Mm-hmm.
up to you to decide what you're going to use, not use, listen to, not listen to.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like I put up that post about, you know, you can't fix stupid.
Man,
Okay?
facts.
The
Facts.
concept of that is, you know, and that's why I put them quotes up after the fact. You know what I mean? Like, you know, about asking questions. Like that other one, they say, you know, no question is a stupid question.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I'd rather a motherfucker to know than not know.
absolutely.
You know what I mean? And at the same time, those giving the info, make sure you walk that street before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't just give some info because you heard it from a story from 10 years ago, because times change when it comes to this biking shit.
Yeah.
Most
You know what I mean?
definitely.
Yeah.
Like what used to happen 20 years ago probably don't happen no more.
And it's not gonna happen.
You know? So that's why you got to make sure, you know, the information you're getting came from someone who at least been through it, seen it a few times, or something like that. You know what I mean? You can't, listening to a new movie sometimes just doesn't work. And it puts you in a bad motherfucking predicament. And the first thing you want to say is, well, such and such told me. Well, the motherfuckers who been here and stomping the ground, what they gonna tell you? Who the fuck is that?
Right. Right. Right.
Like, who the
Man.
fuck, that nigga's a nobody.
Nobody.
Fuck him. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then now you're in a whole nother ball game.
Yeah.
So like you say, like with the information of keeping your ear to the street, make sure this info and protocol and aspects and rules that you think you're filling your head with is coming from the right individual.
Yeah.
Not from someone who just been here a little longer than you. Because
not
a lot of
gonna
times
work.
that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
You'll
not gonna
get
work.
motherfuckers will sit and fall into a trap of trying to catch info from someone who's been here just a little longer than you,
Yeah.
and thinking that that's how this shit go, and it don't.
Yeah.
And then when you end up, you know, in a bad predicament, your whole thing, now you mad at this dude who didn't know shit
Right.
in the first place,
Right.
and it really wasn't his fault. He told you what he thought he knew.
Don't be afraid to talk to a person.
But
Say
you
something.
just think about it. You just said that word, the key word, mingle.
Absolutely.
How many motherfuckers, and I say that shit, how many motherfuckers out here that actually mingle with other clubs?
Bro, let me tell you something. I done said that before. These fucking TV shows fucked it up.
Yeah.
Dog.
They think this shit supposed to be, you know, everyone for yourself type shit. And again,
We don't need nobody to party. We party by ourselves.
this LA set wasn't built like that.
No.
It
Fuck
wasn't built
no.
for that.
No,
It
not
was
at all.
built
No.
for everyone to come kumbayaing in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's what the game was. The whole shit about, you know, yeah, we get it's a brotherhood. Your patches, your fucking bloodline. That's what the game was
Absolutely.
supposed to be. But we have gotten tainted by some these TV shows and shit. And
Oh,
everybody want to be a
man.
super thug. And
Man.
now the shit's kind of getting ass backwards.
It really is.
Yeah. So we on to the next one, right? To the next function, the next topic.
Next topic. Next function.
And I see my man on here, Scary from Certified. He had asked a question. Let me see if I can get it correctly, because I don't want to back up to it. But he had
Wait, put your phone down.
because it's not on there. Fucking nosy ass.
Motherfucker.
You do
Yeah.
not look at my boy.
Did he say he was light skinned?
I'm caramel.
You don't look at my boy.
You want to put my shirt up, dog?
Don't show us your county jail shoulders.
You already know, nigga. Hey,
Still trying to see the PF-30
Man.
Hey, you ain't fucking out, nigga.
shit.
Oh shit.
Oh,
I think the county jail
Hey,
showed us.
right. Oh, motherfucker. Okay, here we go.
All right.
What's the distance away from the clubhouse can you claim to be a president or a title holder?
The distance?
Yes.
Fuck.
So in other words, so I understand clearly. Like say,
Bing, bing, bing,
if I leave L.A. and go to Bakersfield,
bing.
okay, my title is no longer important.
Say it again.
If I leave L.A. and go to Bakersfield, meaning like I'm riding, I go out to Bakersfield.
Uh-huh.
No, I think I knew what he was talking about, but I'm just
Okay.
Yeah.
Break it down for us.
Okay. What he was talking about was, and I'm guessing, because maybe he can chime in if he's watching, was that you have someone who's some distance away, all right, more than just a few miles, maybe even more than in a whole nother state, telling a chapter how to move and how not to move.
If you're in another state,
Mm-hmm.
you can't tell no other charter how to move, being that you're not there. Because you're in a different state, which meaning that that particular state is going to move differently than how you used to move out there from where you used to be from. So you really can't tell no one. You really can't tell that charter where you were from how to move based on where you're at right now. That doesn't. No. Because every state moves differently. Period. Either if you have California, Seattle, fucking Las Vegas, or Phoenix, those four chapters are not going to move the same.
Of course not, because the politics are different.
Exactly.
What you say, Phil?
Uh,
Well, you don't know. You just gonna be quiet.
I 100% agree. It depends on how far you go away, and I mean from like state to state.
Right.
West Coast, East Coast, different.
It's always.
You know what I'm saying? Chicago is different.
Of course.
Shit. LA is different than Fresno.
All
Yes,
day.
it is.
You see what I'm saying?
All day.
So, I think the real question would be, can or should it trump someone else? You know what I mean? Because let's say like LA's rules are a lot more political than Fresno per se. Okay. Can I go to Fresno and dictate to them? No.
No.
Can they come to LA and dictate? No.
No.
You see what I'm saying? Stay in your lane. Because the way they run it over there, that's why they say when you go to somebody's city, tap in.
Of course.
It is critical because you don't know what's going on out here. You know, and I agree. It's different. You know, be a president, be respected when you go to somebody else's city, you know, and I think you have to, or you should know enough about that particular city rules so you can make a slight adjustment. You know what I mean? Because if not, what me and you do down here may not be accepted
Up there.
in Wyoming.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
This nigga said Wyoming.
Well, you know, they ride snowboards, you know, with two wheels. You see them Harley things. Yeah. They getting cracking out there. So I just think that, again, tapping in. If you don't have a chapter out there, tap in with someone you know out there. And if you don't know anyone, it is your business to meet someone and make that someone you can communicate with and learn some stuff, you know.
Of course.
So I do agree. It's totally different.
My bad.
Mr. Motherfucking
No,
DA.
like I said, I already said there's no way possible that you finna and like I said, when he put it on there, he had stated something about somebody being, 3 states away. Ain't no way in hell
There's
you
no
can tell
way.
me what to do from Albuquerque.
Of course.
Right.
You can't. Yeah, there's no way.
Not finna work that way.
No.
And then again, it's because the politics in each area run differently.
Yeah.
That's number one. So, person in that area needs to be active in that area to know what's going on in that area with the clubs, with whatever associations, with whatever the hell's going on. It's just easier to be active in that area. At the same time, you're in a whole nother fucking state. Like, what the fuck do you mean that you want to tell me how they do it in Arkansas and we in California? That shit just doesn't fly.
Right.
You know, not at all.
Certified said exactly.
Hmm?
Certified. He said exactly, bro.
Oh yeah. The shit don't fly like that. You and like even to be a member, you have to be in a certain amount of distance. You know what I mean? Or find somewhere else to go. You know what I mean? Or find a chapter closer to you, or you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just so strenuous to be that far out and not have no, you know, real connection and not be in that city. Like, that shit just don't fly. And like I said, to sit and tell somebody what they need to do or to hold a position is way out bad. I mean, because you need to be active within that chapter, especially the cabinet. You know, you can't really hold no position if I always got to rely on you somewhere else. That shit just doesn't fly.
Yeah.
You know, or I always got to substitute for you because you're not close enough.
Yeah.
That shit don't go like that.
How far should a president live? Say, for example, he's in Los Angeles, and he's a president of a club that's Los Angeles. How far can he or should he live outside of that area?
Should be in that area.
What you mean?
So, like, say, like, at one point in time, there was a particular person that was a president of an LA club, and he was in Bakersfield.
No.
You know what I mean?
He was in Bakersfield?
Yeah, he lived in
And he was the
Bakersfield,
president of who?
LA.
That's a negative.
Yeah. Well, I come in assuming that, you know what I mean, when I first came in.
You can't.
But there's some presidents who are presidents of clubs and don't even live in the county.
You can't. That's
Okay,
a negative.
No, that, it's like two different pieces, right? What if he lived in Bakersfield, but he was down here every other day?
That's different.
He said where he lived.
Okay, now
Listen,
you just said
listen
Okay,
to me. I hear where you trying to take me.
I love it
I'm
when
not
they
going.
battle, y'all. It's a battle.
You know what I'm talking about? I'm not going. You said, I know where you trying to take me. I am not going.
No.
Oh, I wasn't ready.
Shit.
But let's say they come every other day like clockwork.
okay.
Okay, on their bike, whether they're retired, whatever. They just boo on the freeway. They I'm here. I'm
But-
stomping. He's active in the city.
Right.
So do I knock you for that? Or do I go ahead and reward you and keep you there for your extra effort of bringing your ass down here 3 to 4 days out the week and you don't even live here?
Extra effort.
Exactly.
I'll take that.
But if you
All
don't
right,
live
Diddy. Take that.
But now,
Take that.
if it's a point where you're in Bakersfield all the fucking time
Yeah.
and you never come down here, or maybe you come down here like 3-4 times a year, ain't no way in hell, my
No,
dude.
not at
Yeah.
all.
You're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're out
Yeah.
of here.
You outta
Absolutely.
here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, prime example, we have members that stay in Bakersfield.
Right.
That are in chapters down here.
One of my guys. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he knows even at this point that you still have to show and prove with this distance.
Yeah.
But to see him being, say, the president, like, how would that work? Because you're
Right.
not here.
Right.
You know what I mean? And what president would really want to do that? You
Yeah.
would more or less want to start a chapter where
you're
you're at in
at,
your
yeah.
backyard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would I want to keep
Yeah.
driving 3 and fucking 4 hours away? You know what I mean? Like, just to hold a title? Really?
Yeah.
Boy, they better be paying you.
Man. Well, yeah, I asked that because it has happened and it's happening. You know, just like I feel like if you are a president of a particular city and you don't even live in that city, you don't even come down, you don't even frequent that city.
Right. Now, that's different.
That's different,
That's when
yeah.
the club needs to be like, check this out.
Yeah.
You are president, but you'll never bring your funky ass down here. I'll
It
see
ain't
you
working.
later.
Yeah.
It ain't working.
Yeah, I'll
Step
see
down
you
and turn your patch in.
Pretty much.
Keep it simple.
Yeah.
You don't even turn it in. Just become a member.
That's
I'll
what I'm
see you
saying.
later.
Step down and turn
Yeah.
your patch in.
Yeah.
So when
Yeah.
you was like, you want to ride, just come on through. We got you.
Yeah.
For being
Until
the president,
we get too tired.
that's a negative.
You better make these meetings.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't make the fucking meetings, dog. Like, if you're a president and you know that your charter is in LA, that means that you got to have your ass out damn there every fucking weekend.
Bro, you have to be. You are the poster child of
You're the
your
face.
chapter. to a
Yeah.
Yeah,
certain
yeah,
extent.
yeah.
You're the
You know what I
face
mean?
of the
Like, you
charter.
are the face of that motherfucker. So, with no face, there is no chapter.
There's no
At
case.
all.
You know what I'm saying? So,
At all.
get that up out of here. The chapter need to go ahead and just hit the.
I hope you're listening, dog.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like the Batmobile. I'd hit the eject button on you.
Man,
You know my boy.
well, you got to give him a pass. He on flat, man. You got to give him a pass, dog.
This motherfucker here, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to keep my sanity, but these two motherfuckers right here.
shit.
This nigga had the whole tow truck taking up the whole park.
Oh,
Kids couldn't even play their little fucking game.
Sitting on top of the hot
cold
scotch.
game, bruh. Cold game. Okay, next one, real quick,
Go ahead.
fellas, on the set. If your girl a hoe, are you going to start letting? Are you going to start getting her mad or keeping her wanting to shoot the dudes that she's fucking?
No, nigga, I'm going to change my name to Frosty Mac and I'm a pimp.
What happened?
Really?
Are you going to say?
But I think that's kind of like the topic we saw with the other brother when he kind of said he brought the broad around and she kind of maneuvered through the club. And
She a hoe though.
yeah, I mean, if she a hoe, you better put on your pimp hat. I mean, you know, hopefully she choose you to be the one.
But then
You can't, listen, man, you can't change a hoe, man, whether it's male or female.
Yeah, but goddamn,
You knew she was a hoe when you got with her.
I ain't fucking no hoes on the set though, dog. That's dangerous.
I'm just saying. But he chose to get with her.
That's dangerous.
I know a whole club of females,
What?
and they just, god damn.
The thing is this, like he said, if he knows,
Yeah.
he knows shit.
He
You
know.
know what you signed up for.
For-
What is you getting mad for?
Go get your
Niggas
pinky
getting
ring.
Pissed off.
Huh?
Niggas get mad behind
No,
that
that's
pussy.
because she lied.
And that's because they emotional.
She lied. That too.
Yeah.
But at some point she lied, told him he was the only one, blew his socks off.
Oh.
So when it comes to the next dude, only thing he can picture is that nigga's socks getting blown off by the same girl.
Toes curled up.
Nigga, I'm hot.
Have you ever been swallowed up?
Father, you did. You did. Nigga, what you-
Man.
Huh? Man, please.
Hey.
You curling toes? That's what you curling nigga toes too? That's what you gonna say.
I can only imagine his toes being like this.
I can only
Hey.
ooh, I'm punching your fucking forehead. You know, the thing is, when it comes to the set, right? There's all walks of life. I was taught that long time ago. Right? The whole OG once told me, man, you can come to the set and be anything you want.
Like
Of
social,
course.
it's like social media.
You
Yes.
can be anything you want.
Of course.
So, like you said, if she want to be the hoe, be the pimp. Or erase yourself from the situation.
Yep.
But don't keep embarrassing yourself. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that.
Because if you brought her to the set and she find any slight, a hair of enjoyment, she coming back without you. And she's still going to be a hoe. Period.
That's just fuck.
Oh well. Like,
It's different now, I know, but
yeah,
yeah.
and everybody's morals and
Ethics and all that good shit.
and like I guess moral compass is different. So you can't sit here and because you would do something expect the next one because they're not.
Yeah.
You know, my man said, "How much more diluted will the set get?" That depends on the people.
Pretty much.
That
Yeah.
depends on the participants on the set.
Mm-hmm.
How motherfucking wet are they gonna come in? How soaked are they gonna come?
Soaking wet with some trade boots on.
You know what I'm talking about?
Oh.
Yeah.
Is they coming in here? Right.
Man. And,
So-
and that's, I think you just hit it right on the head. You know, it's at the end of the day, it kind of goes back to, for the people that's here, there's so many young people coming in. Who was I talking to? Was it me and you talking? And he's like, man, the OGs won't let us do this, and OGs, you know, it's our turn. They should just fall back, you know.
It was when we talked about it because one of the brothers had posted it
Yeah.
on a post when we
Yeah.
said about the 17-year-old
Right.
patch.
And I just feel like without the old school rules, bro, you don't have no new school values. You know what I'm saying?
But then again, how many motherfuckers you know that value the old school rules?
And the only reason why the number is low, in my opinion, is because I just feel like the old school got tired of, like, man, let's leave them little youngsters alone.
You know what? No. And another thing I think sometimes is I think that they get it confused as to what the OGs are complaining about, what they feel is watered down,
Right.
what they feel is not what it used to be. Because it's like sometimes the younger ones act like them old niggas never popped a wheelie,
Right.
never
Right.
turned a burnout,
Right.
never raced down the street,
Never ran from the
all they
police.
did.
never ran from the police,
Never went down.
You see what I'm saying? Like, all this has happened. It was just on an older bike
Yeah.
by an older nigga.
The bike that
Pretty
you can get,
much.
pick up and ride.
What I think sometimes where they get confused is the rules and where they bicker, and it, like I always sit there and say, sometimes it ain't the message, it's how you sell it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And sometimes the message isn't
Deliverance.
told right. Maybe the end result and what kind of results the older cat wants might be righteous,
Yeah.
but the way you're delivering the message is
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, where some of them get confused, because sometimes they'll sit and say, "Oh, you're fucking up the set," and whoop whop. And some of the young ones will think, "Why? Because I'm burning out. I'm doing a race.
Yeah.
They'll think that's where it's fucked up.
Yeah.
And it's not that part of the game. You know what I mean? It's not that part. It's the fact that at some point, the younger ones did kind of pay attention to the older.
Yeah.
The respect was there. The shit like that was there. Where at this point, there kind of is none.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? It's kind of like, oh, you know, like it, but you got to remember, half these motherfuckers don't respect their own parents.
Right.
So
Yeah,
to
that's not
expect you to
situation.
respect a stranger, not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah, and that's not including the ones that have ADHD. I mean, come on, man. Let's call
Yeah.
it what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, now, and I get it. And that's why I say I like being a student, because I can learn from any and everybody.
True.
You know, but I think, and I'm age wise, I'm not. Motorcycle wise, I am one of the youngsters. I think
Young
coming
is a-
in
Nah, I'm playing.
wet behind the ear. You see that water? You know, but I come in learning. I'm a sponge. I'm soaking it up. If you get into something you don't know fully what it's about, you might make some mistakes that's detrimental to your health, your club members. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, most
or
definitely.
somebody else's.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? And I just think like a lot of things are like fundamental, and you have to get it. You have to know. But if all you want to do is burn out, ride your bike, pull up, you want to gang bang over here, then get on your bike and come be cool over here, you serving two masters, and you're gonna make them worlds crash.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna get your club involved with something that has nothing to do with the motorcycle set.
They ain't ready for it.
So, you know,
Not
and I
at
just
all.
think it's kind of the yin and the yang. I think some of the old cats just kind of like these youngsters don't want to listen.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the youngsters like, man, them old fools don't know, they ain't doing nothing.
Or they think they not doing what they doing now.
Yeah.
And the thing is, you're right, they're not doing what you're doing now. They did it
They
20,
did it.
30 years ago.
For the last 20, 30
Yeah.
years. Yeah.